Hey folks, how are you? It's Jonathan Bowen with Hub Edge Realty, and my daughter is asleep, and so I have a few minutes to hopefully talk to you about a legal advisory put out by the Greater Boston Real Estate Board. Anything could happen, though. We could lose electricity because there's a huge thunderstorm coming through. My daughter could wake up, so we're just going to try to do this quickly, all right? So I got an email from the Greater Boston Real Estate Board on July 5th, and it's a Greater Boston Real Estate Board legal advisory concerning Boston short-term rentals, okay? And it's by Jeffrey C. Turk, Esquire of Turk in Quijano. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Anyway, what they do is they talk about the basically Airbnb. You know how people have been renting out units in the city of Boston, renting them out for a night or a week. Well, you know, if you are a tenant and you are living in, let's say an 8-unit building in Jamaica Plain, right by the hospitals, and one of your neighbors is renting their unit, which I've actually run into this situation. I was listing an 8-unit building on Heath Street in Jamaica Plain. It was an 8-unit building, and one of the tenants was renting out. He leased a unit from the owner. It's now the prior owner of the building, and was, basically renting it out by the night through Airbnb. Now, if I were another tenant in that building, I would be really worried because I don't know who's coming in or going out. I know nothing about those people. You know, you've probably heard some horror stories or read some horror stories about, these people rent these very expensive, units or buildings or apartments or single family properties. And then I've seen it on Instagram where they, these kids put it out, Airbnb party, DM me for the location. I mean, it's crazy, right? So if I were a neighbor, I would be really worried if there was another unit in the same building being rented on a short-term basis. It's not a hotel. Generally, those locations are not zoned for short-term rentals of less than, I think it's probably 2 weeks. I don't know what exactly the law is. So I criticize the city of Boston all the time, but I have to tell you, I think that they hit the nail right on the head with their decision here. Let me read a little bit to you. On June 13th, 2018, the Boston City Council enacted, quote, an ordinance allowing short-term residential rentals in the city of Boston, unquote. Now, what they really did is they really restricted tremendously the ability for people to rent out units to services like Airbnb, okay? And I applaud the city of Boston, the city council, for doing this. It's long overdue. They do still allow people to rent out their properties, but there are a lot of restrictions. So this is the email I got, okay? So the restrictions basically, here's the thing. If you own a single family property, and you want to rent that out to Airbnb, you're basically fine, okay? As long as, say it's a vacant property, you want to rent it out, I think that's basically it, okay? I think you're good to go. If you own a 2-family, and I think that this is the best case scenario for somebody to rent out a property, is if you are an owner-occupied 2-family, if you own and occupy a 2-family property, I think that's the best situation for renting a unit to Airbnb, to somebody using Airbnb, because you are probably on the first floor or maybe the second floor. It doesn't really matter. And then you're going to be there if there are any issues. You know, say they're throwing a party, boom, call the cops if you have to. Obviously, you wouldn't want to do that, but you can do that. It's also if you own or occupy a 3-family property, still the same thing. You can rent out your units to Airbnb. People using Airbnb. So I think it's better in the 2-family because, you know, say you are renting out, say you own a 3-family and you're renting out one of the other units on a monthly basis, and the 3rd unit you're renting using Airbnb. Well, the person renting that other unit on a monthly basis is going to get a little upset. Now, if you own a 3-family, you own or occupy it, and then you rent both of the units out to Airbnb, that's great. No problems. That's cool. Booking agents, they call them, the city of Boston calls them booking agents. Basically, you know, like Airbnb or even a broker, a real estate broker could get into this business, but I'm not. You know, I think it's crazy. You are putting yourself out there for so much liability as a real estate broker. No. So, so there are limitations. Who are booking agents? Limitations are also imposed on any person that facilitates reservations or collects payments for persons seeking to do short-term rentals, a so-called, quote, booking agent, unquote. Booking agents are prohibited from offering any unit which is not in compliance with this ordinance. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but basically, it's basically putting booking agents out of business in the city of Boston, okay? The attorney here, Jeffrey C. Turk, Esquire, did a really nice analysis on this. So I really side with, let's say you own a multifamily property, and one of your tenants, like in the situation that I was involved with, I was trying to sell an 8-unit building. I was still lucky enough to do it. Say you're the owner of an 8-unit building, and one of your tenants starts renting out his or her unit using Airbnb. You know, you're like, you know, what the bleep, you know? So, because, you know, the quiet enjoyment for your other tenants in that 8-unit building goes down the tubes, all right? So anyway, bravo to the city of Boston. I think they did exactly the right thing here. If you want a copy of this, feel free to email me. I'll email it over to you, okay? My email address is johnbowen@617hubedge.com, and that's Jon, there's no H in John, JONBOWEN @617hubedge.com. All right, listen, thank you so much. I appreciate, we didn't get struck by lightning while we were doing this, so that's good. My daughter didn't wake up, and I appreciate you watching, okay? Drinking coffee after 6 o'clock. I'm never going to go to sleep tonight. All right, folks, thank you. Have a good night. All right, bye-bye.